Welcome back to comics, to Hot Comics TV. And Otomo, the Complete Works, Book 8, which is not really Book 8, it's just been printed out of sequence. I don't know why, but confusing anybody from the West. Alright, so this is Domu, the elusive Domu, the comic book that I remember having these the floppies from Dark Horse, and life gets in the way, and then you move houses and you lose things. Anyway, my biggest recommendation, people, is that if you have comics or books, do not lend them to anybody because they're never going to be returned back. Anyway, see, this is the hiccup that I've been talking about to everybody on the previous videos about this. I was putting the books vertically, like any book in a bookshelf, and then because of the plastic, they started to warp. So now I'm forced to put them flat on their back. So here we are. Oy. Okay, some of the paraphernalia, some of this, what do you call it, brochures. A sticker for Otomo Complete Works number 8. Now, again, I'm going to talk quickly about the production of these books. It's quite amazing what they're doing. It's a soft cover book that has got a plastic sleeve, and in this instance is an orange. The previous ones from the 70s collection, the very early works, were all these gold yellowish color, which made the books look awesome as well. But this orange one, it's superb. The animation books were, I think, a hot pink, like a magenta. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's get into what year this is, that this is collecting this. Outstanding. This is like an outstanding drawing. Alright, so it's 80 to 81. I'm not sure if this is just before Akira or if this is being worked at the same time he's about to do Akira, or he's working on Akira. It's sharing a little bit of the same sort of topics that Otomo likes to visit, which is science fiction, but on the sense that we're talking about characters that have psychic powers, where they can move objects, they can levitate, they can transcend body corporeal mass through walls, so that they can go through walls literally, and all that sort of thing. And they got mental psychic powers that can crush people and dive people into madness. This, oh my goodness, I mean, I think Sean the Book Hunter had a book, a gigantic oversized thing of this. I'm not too sure who it was, but it had a big book of this, and it would look like an artisan's edition, and it was magnificent to see that thing at that scale. And it's apparently a very short run and very expensive. You literally got to go to Japan for those things. And it's got all of these at a big scale. Can you imagine? Look at all of these, because I think it's 1-to-1 to what Otomo was working on, meaning tabloid size. And I'm assuming for millimeters sake, it's like around 30 millimeters by 40, so quite large scale of paper to be working on. So these characters are living in this sort of complex communal area, not communal, but I don't know if this is a government housing scheme like projects in America, or where in Europe have housing buildings as well, where families and individuals are living on these big not high-rise buildings, but big buildings, community buildings. And you can sort of see that you got a big mixed demographic of people. You got families, as you might have elderly and working folks, which they're not living in an extravagant sort of area, but it's affordable, and you can get your every once in a while shady sort of type of character. All these people living in these sort of boxes. It's quite the proposition, like social proposition that we're living in now, huh? This lady's lost her kid, I think, and she's just a bit gone off the deep end. Lost of a child. So I think Otomo was living in a building like this, and that was the inspiration of why he was working on these. Obviously, he's also doing his science fiction tropes, right? He's talking about these superhumans that develop, like in Fireball, like they develop these, oh my god, superpowers. But because it's done in such a clever way, it's easy to digest. It's not like your superhero trope where like the superpower is all of that, and then high stake, hijinks sort of drama happens and ensues, where we have in the West, right? On this is just almost put it in a ground level with everyday characters, and it's masterful. And it's such a large volume of a book. I hate talking about this, but I'm gonna mention it. Like the Dark Horse translated books of these are extremely expensive now, maybe because of how rare they are, especially for collectors, and there's a lot of price gouging out there, which I hate. Nobody should be paying so much money for like a comic book, especially, but that's the times where we're living. People making opportunity out of other people. So this guy is the troublemaker. And this girl. I don't know if I should spoil this. Because I feel like people should read these, because it's a masterful book. But then again, this is in Japanese. I don't even have the original. So this girl has psychic powers. Let's just talk about it. This girl's got psychic powers as well, and he has psychic powers. But psychics, they can tell each other from they got telekinesis powers, and they sort of recognize each other, and this girl has it, and this guy is being goofing around with it for quite a long time. Wow. Nowadays I would have said that this was done digitally, but this is all done analog. How the hell this man did this? It's baffling me. I love the one color tone. I love this. And this guy looks awfully like Otomo. Back in the day. He's even got a drawing tail, like Otomo is doing his model kits. So these old bastards sort of going around making havoc, and this girl recognizes that telekinesis happening in the building as well. Making people commit suicide. Again, there he is, creating havoc. He sort of controls her body and then makes people commit horrible things, like in this instance committing suicide. But then the girl sort of seeing that this guy is causing it, and the dude commits suicide. So I don't think these pages were printed on the Dark Horse edition. Can anybody tell me, please? I would like to know. This is quite amazing to see this in like a monochrome color. And this was omitted on the Dark Horse edition because it's all black. Jesus Christ, that's brutal what he did. That, like, implied violence, I think, is more effective than seeing the actual violence. That to me looks, oh my god, it's a crime scene. Effective, very effective what Otomo's done there. Outstanding. I guess I'm I'm not used to seeing blood like that. I'm used to see black blood. And you go, oh yeah, it's a comic book blood, right? Oh my god. Outstanding work. So he's been committing all these horrible things. This old bastard's been committing all these, what do you call it, horrible things to people. And I think he knows that the only person that knows is the little girl, but yet he's still sort of, you know, controlling other people to commit these horrible crimes. And then there's going to be an eventual face-off, obviously, so... I don't know if I should spoil this. I don't know if you can read this online. If you were to purchase it from somewhere, I don't know. Maybe Crunchyroll, who knows? I don't know. I haven't really done my homework on this. Wow. Super violent. So here the girls just sort of like, I know, when they're having their showdown. Very reminiscent to Akira. As they teleport and disappear. Oh my god. It's so scary. Can you imagine? Just absolute havoc now. Destroying the buildings. Oh my god. I think they replicated this on the exhibition. That's right. That wall collapse circle wall that was done in one of the exhibitions for Otomo. And I think you could pose on that hall. So the girl's going toe to toe with this old bastard. Look how powerful she is. With the fireman, it gets involved and gets split in pieces. Alright, I think we'll leave it here. I won't spoil the ending. I think it's everybody's everybody's interested. They should try to read this, try to get their hands on. So here is Otomo using reference of potentially where he used to live. My goodness, he's using grid to do this. That's outstanding. That's how he did the warp. Wow. My God. That's why he's the king. That's why he's one of the best. All right. There it is. Complete Works. This is Domu. This is the complete series of Domu. And you have it in one book. Sadly, it's in Japanese. Well, not sadly, but like sadly for us who don't know how to read Japanese. But if you wanna have the Japanese version and you already have the Dark Horse version, that's something good to do comparison. I don't have those copies anymore, but none of the material is quite a treat as well, because you see things in color as well, like monochrome color anyway. Having said that, what a volume to get. I'm pretty sure these things are still available online. That's your best bet for this. If you're being in the fence to get them, do get them. They're not gonna be there all forever. And the Otomo, I don't know what is the legalities with Otomo and why publishers in the West don't get this license in the West. I don't know, maybe the licenses are too expensive, and this would have to be like a big event if they were to do series like this. But I would say that they should do them as straight paperback mangas, instead of doing it as a deluxe. Well, this is not quite deluxe, but this is like a clever way of packaging a book. But they should do either. I'm saying Dark Horse could do hardcovers of these, but to be more affordable and to give everybody more of an opportunity to get them, they should be manga trade paperbacks and translate them all in English. And yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and thank you for listening to me ramble about that sort of thing. Please have a lovely day. Please like and subscribe and all those good things. Until next time, bye bye.